Terrifier 2 comes out this Friday in theaters. And I have never seen Terrifier, so I wanted to watch this movie. And I did enjoy it overall, but really wasn't great. And, you know, I'm glad I finally saw it, though. Because Archie the Clown has become this, like, horror icon recently, and everybody's talking crazy about him. And I am excited to watch Terrifier 2 because I've actually heard it's better than this movie. But basically, what this movie is it's a dumb slasher movie with like a killer clown basically, and it's a fun movie. There's a lot of great kills and moments of gore and violence in this movie that's really cool. Like some moments that almost feel a little shocking. You're like, oh, it's a pretty like really messed up kills. I've heard they've really upped that up in the sequel. I think where this movie kind of suffers a little bit is that this movie's going for like a throwback to like 80s slasher movies, and it works at doing that. The score helps with that, the way it's shot, and Archie the Clown feeling like an old school slasher kind of helps with that and stuff. I think where it just suffers is that in this movie, Archie the Clown is so supernatural that you just like there isn't much tension to what's happening on screen. So most of the time you're just watching it for the dumb gore and violence. And I think it's fine for that. And I think why I say that is if this movie had been any longer, this is an hour and 24 minutes. If this movie had been like 2 hours, hour 40, even hour 50, it just would have overstayed its welcome, but it was fun and it was stupid enough that it had some cool kills that made it like worth watching enough for me, but I didn't like need to see more of this. And that's why I'm kind of concerned about Terrifier 2, is because Terrifier 2 is 2 hours and 18 minutes. But I've heard there's a lot more of the good stuff in this movie. So maybe it'll be better than this movie, which I've heard it is. I don't really know, but I'm excited to watch it. This movie, I'm glad I finally saw this movie, but it wasn't great, and Archie the Clown didn't really seem like the horror icon that people were hyping him up to be. But maybe in the sequel I'll think differently. But I see the potential of that in there. He just kind of like in this movie by himself, he didn't really have a lot to his character or persona to it. I mean, the performance from the actor playing him did a good job, and the design of the character is really creepy and cool. But needs to be a little bit more. Like some dude told me, hey, this is considered one to be the scariest clowns in any horror movie of all time. So I'm like, all right, I'll check this out. And I really didn't see that. I just saw a cool slasher villain that was fun to watch, and but yeah, I enjoyed this movie. I think that if you like kind of dumb 80s slasher movies or just dumb horror movies in general, like I tend to do, for crying out loud, I watched all the Leprechaun movies. So, I tend to enjoy these types of things. So I think it's like worth watching if you like those types of movies, which is not everyone's thing. Totally get that, but that's kind of where I'm at with it.